From the bright lights of New York City straight to your living room, the Octagon takes center stage. V-Chain UFC 322 brings Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena in a clash of champions. And DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC, puts every kick, clinch, and finish in the palm of your hand. New customers, turn $5 into $300 instantly if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the code SONNEN. Stay in on the action and use your bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Love the thrill of live betting? Bet live on star, player props, and in-progress games right as they happen. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. New customers turn $5 into $300 instantly in bonus bets if your pick wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. All right, what is the headline going to be Monday morning? In the world of MMA, what's the headline? And I believe, coming out of this weekend, a safe bet for the headline is Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. I think. Now, it's not going to last terribly long. And soon, an announcement for Ilia Topuria is going to happen. For Ilia Topuria in January, and perhaps Paddy the Baddy, perhaps Justin Gaethje. We're not talking about what's the headline in 2 or 3 weeks. We're talking about Monday. Now, the reason I believe it's going to be Ilia versus Islam isn't just because I'm predicting Islam. I believe Islam with a victory. There's going to be the discussion of Ilia. And I believe that's largely going to be because Brady and Usman and Ian Garry don't insert themselves strong enough. One of those guys really needs to insert themselves and say, hey, don't you go find any other opponents or any number one contenders, right? Even though Ian Garry's up in another week, it doesn't matter. Don't you find anybody until I have my say. And I don't predict they're going to do that. So it's going to leave a door open. And I just think you're going to see a headline and somebody's going to start talking about Islam versus Ilia Topuria. Now, that's with a win. I'm very confident you're going to see Islam versus Ilia Topuria with a loss. Right? Islam, the one and only thing he's done. I'm having to think about it. Now Islam's grown. I went to bed last night. Okay. He was just inside a 3-1 favorite. When I woke up today, he was a 3-1 favorite. And right this second, my partners at DraftKings got him at 3.25. Islam is extending in the bettor's mind, in your guys' mind. The people that are parting with their money, they're getting more confident in Islam. And I'll tell you where that bothers me only to one degree, or the reason I bring it to you is having boots on the ground, talking to people. I mean, Anthony Smith, Michael Chandler, Israel Adesanya, 3 meaningful names that have all fought for world championships, are all taking Jack. And they're actually saying that they don't think it's going to be all that close. That surprises me. I have Islam. And I think you do have a good hard match, but I think you have Islam, and I think you have him round after round. But these other guys are coming in on Jack, and I'm just sharing with you, just so you guys understand this, like boots on the ground, there's a massive feeling towards Jack, and the only thing that Islam's done that does bring me pause is he keeps talking about 155. Now, I kind of get why, like that's his division. I had a division before, 185. And I committed to it, and I fantasized about it, and it was in my dreams, it was in my visions, and I left it, and I went to 205. But I never felt like 205. Felt like I'm going to go do things at 205 because they're not as good, but I'm going to bring honor back to middleweight, which is just a weird thing. Like, as I've gotten older and I look back, I really don't know why that is. I was different weight classes between my freshman year and my sophomore year, or my sophomore year to my senior year. I never really got adapted to those weight classes, but somewhere within fighting that there is a little bit of you, and I think that Islam really sees himself as a 55-pounder. That can change. I think when he weighed in and felt, right, how much more comfortable and enjoyable life is. Same feeling that Ilia Topuria got. I think that maybe some of those ideas of going back to 55 go away. But if I'm to bring you the actual words that Islam is using, he's still looking at 55 and Topuria. And it's important that you understand that. When you hear Islam talking about Topuria, he's not talking about, right, Islam speaking isn't saying, hey, I'm going to go win the title here, and then I'm going to welcome Ilia up. 100% of the time that Islam has referenced fighting Ilia, it's at 155. So that's the part where I'm just a little bit hung up on. And I know we're splitting hairs, but when you have close fights, you're splitting hairs. It's a degree of inches. And the fact that Islam has not divorced that weight class completely and adopted and accepted and got married to the idea of being a 170-pounder, it bothers me. Ever so slight. And I'm realizing it's not bothering you. The money's coming in on Islam. And these guys weigh the same thing. People will always try to make a big deal about the fight. I mean, do you guys remember 3 or 4 weeks ago? You got Bud Crawford getting ready to take on Canelo, and all anybody in boxing could do was talk about the size, which ended up having absolutely nothing to do with the fight. These guys weigh the same thing. And guys that weigh 170 pounds hate to be told that they're the same size as a guy that weighs 155 pounds. You are. And 45-pounders, you're the same thing too. If you weigh 145 or 155 or 170, y'all weigh the same thing, which is less than you want to. Sorry.